Welcome back to another Emii vlog. This time we're going to a wholesale trade show called Noted/SF Now, which happened from April 27th to the 28th at the Fort Mason Center in San Francisco. So a wholesale trade show prep actually begins with this wonderful AI file that has everything in perspective. I think it's every 10 pixels is 1 inch. And if you can see, I actually have the measurements in here as well. Measurements. So then everything is exactly the right size and measured. And when I set up, it's way easier to put everything on the wall pretty fast. And there is number 1. And then the stickers, it's just so people can see it when you're further away to see what I'm selling, because some of my products are so small. So this is the final result for all my displays. I got one for my stickers, got one for the most popular boba keychains, got one for my bird stickers. They're kind of new, so I wanted to show them off. And there's a pigeon. So here's the suitcase tour for our first suitcase. We got my screwdrivers, scissors, and a bunch of tools in here, catalogs and postcards, all my products, my greeting card products, and the displays for my keychains and lanyards, sticker sheets, and my surge protector. And then under there are some socks, I believe, nighttime stuff. And there are my displays, and on top of it goes, I have some order forms in here, and then a map of how my booth is going to look. Put that in there. A notebook of all the details left by interested people who have come by my booth in the past. So I just stapled their business cards in there. And for my orders, I brought clipboards for them to write on. Put that in there and put this on the top. And that's one suitcase of the 2. And then for the first layer of my second suitcase, I have these are actually shelves, and those down there are shelves as well. And then my logo, and then just a bag I used on my time off. And then this is my laser leveler, and that's some more sample products to hang up. And then on top of that goes a mat to not only protect it, but it's also, I've used this when I'm standing a long time. So it's one of those kitchen mats that anti-fatigue ones that I like to use. And I do have a second bin. So this is sample products that are packaged, so the retailers know how the packaged version looks. And then I got some pens in here. I got my drill in here. This is just a display for to put on the table, so I can put my catalogs, order forms, pens, postcards somewhere that looks fancy and nice. So this is new. I bought this recently. And then this is where I put my freebie stickers. Little dog bowl, and then there's some screws in there, and this goes on top, and this little box is going to go in here. We are heading to the airport for SF Now / Noted, and I didn't bring too much this time, just 2 luggages and a little rolly bag for myself. See you at the airport. I was lucky enough to have my wonderful friend and fellow artist Ollie, I'll link her art and store below, pick me up, drive me to the venue, and help me set up. Setup for some reason always takes me longer than I expect, and I ended up taking 2 to 3 hours despite having 2 people working at it. We tried to match my mock-up as close as possible, but I did forget to bring some shelves, but they did include 2 shelves in the booth package, so luckily for me that was exactly what I needed. And I think it turned out exactly how I wanted, and everybody else's booth also looked amazing. While we're walking around taking a look at everything, let's go over details about this trade show. This is Noted/SF Now, located at Fort Mason Center in San Francisco, which is joint hosted by the Greeting Card Association and New York Now. Both are big influences in the stationery and gift industry, respectively. This is a very small and new trade show catering to the wholesale market and is hosted annually in late April in between most big trade shows like Atlanta, New York, and Las Vegas market. I think this is a great beginner-friendly trade show for anybody local enough to drive or fly a short distance. It costs around $2,000 and it's fair for the wholesale trade show world for what you get. Specifically, the booth package comes with lights, shelves, walls, and a table, so you literally only need to bring your products and marketing material. Although booth packages are becoming more common in other trade shows as well, you don't usually get a table or shelves for starters. So do I recommend it? First, let me start with the pros. It's small enough where every buyer will walk the whole show at least once, usually several times, so you get a lot more one-on-one attention if they are interested. It's also a great place to network, mostly with the greeting card industry, since it is hosted by the Greeting Card Association, and they have a few events you can attend and meet other businesses like the Louis Awards. The booth size is also smaller at 6x3 wall space with a 3-foot space in front of your booth, so it's not very overwhelming if you don't have a lot of product yet, and the cost is less than most trade shows out there. The con is it is small and you're not going to get a lot of buyers. Most buyers are local, so you do need to have product fit for the West Coast stores. SF is expensive, which does include hotel and food costs. It's also not a very typical venue, so I've seen some minor issues with lighting, noise, and the dirty floor when vending there. But so far, it is a little small for my liking. But for now, I do still want to come back for networking and opportunities to have more one-on-one attention with reps and some of my returning buyers. But I'm still a little bit on the fence because it's really hard to justify the cost, even if it is lower than most trade shows, when I'm not seeing a lot of new buyers. I think it's a good one to try it if you can keep your costs low, but not a trade show I would fly far for, unless you have a lot of established buyers and interest in the West Coast specifically. As usual, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was interesting, entertaining, or informative. And if you do like it, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the alert bell. I will have more vlogs coming up soon. See you in the next video.